This is a fashion review of Marine Serre Spring 2023 show. Before I begin the review, I want to give a little background of Marine Serre. She is a 2017 winner of the LVMH, and as such, I think that she had opportunity to work under different brands under the LVMH umbrella. I think that she's done one with Sarah Burton at Alexander McQueen. She's done another one for Matthew Blasi at Magella. She's done one at Dior with Raf Simons, and she's also worked at Balenciaga under Demna Gvasalia. So it's a very interesting background that she's actually been trained with a lot of fashion brands. So, and then she's also studied fashion. So I think that she has a very, very good solid background to start what she did. And I like the fact that she's a really, truly a sustainable designer and by all metrics in what I see and what is possible, and if you go to her website, you can see a lot of the process if you want to know how to actually make clothes, and you can see why her clothes are priced the way they are, because this is another thing that's interesting, because she does pull the veil back, and a lot of people don't understand the process of why fashion is so expensive at this high tier. So she does unveil some of that. And given that, I think that she's also in her production process, I think that she uses she makes a commitment to do 50% of her production with upcycling. So I think that's very, very admirable. Without further ado, here is the review. This is a very cool opening. So for those of you who don't know, I think prior to her becoming a fashion designer, she was a tennis player, so I think this is a tribute to her background as an athlete, which I do like this aspect of designers sharing their background. It's pretty cool. And then this is what she's famous for, this moon print. I do like it. I also like that men and women are wearing, I'm not sure if it's a unitard underneath the t-shirt and shorts, but I like the styling of this. I think it's very, very cool. And it's very fashion. I'm not quite sure what the significance of that flag is, but I would like to do a little research and probably give another breakdown of the flag. I think that is her logo on the flag, the crescent moon. Okay. I like this presentation. I think it really speaks to her as a designer and her background. Okay. So another thing that she does is scarves, I think. Not quite sure. I think there's something about it in her website. Again, with the crescent moon, her logo. And this is like what I like about designers who don't use just lettering or just their name, but these kind of logos I do appreciate because there's some kind of thought process behind it. Okay, I think in those I see the logo in the athletic wear, and I do like the fact that there is a wide variety of diverse body types walking the show. Okay. Corseting. I do like the styling, and it's completely wearable. And I think like this is another thing that she's known for is upcycling denim again with the crescent moon logo, I think, with another. So this is another print of hers besides the crescent moon, but it's like a second variation of it. And I like the fact that she's upcycling denim, but not making it look dumb, but making it look very elevated in fashion and a lot of design details. So I think that she has used like these rivets and hardware in denim before. So again, I think that she's committed to upcycling 50% of the stuff that she uses in production. Like whatever she takes in as dead stock, whether it's finished garments or it's in its raw state, she tried to upcycle it. So I think that's like a very admirable thing because it's not an easy process to do. And I think that she's leading the path of upcycling, and I wish more designers can do it because I try to do it as a small independent brand, but it's not as easy, even at a small scale to get, into upcycling because the process of ripping things apart is very time consuming, and then laying it up to cut into garments, in upcycling. If any of you upcycle, you know that it's not just a simple matter of taking it in. You actually have to lay out the garment sections and make sure that it fits into the pattern piece. And I think that the way she does the printing process, I feel like it's a laser process. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen from her website, I think that she does like a burnout process or like a laser printing kind of thing. Because this looks like a burnout to me. Okay, so again, the pink, I think this is all bringing it back to Valentina, which is interesting. Because Valentina did pink of last fall or spring last year, and I think a lot of designers have taken that color palette, did it. And singular color into a collection is not new. Other designers have done it, but I do like the way these. I would say the clothes are fitted very well. So she definitely has done a fitting and casting. It's the way I'm looking at how the clothes are fitting the models. Proportionally, it's very flattering to the model. So that definitely requires a fitting in the casting. And because she has done different design jobs at different design brands under the tutelage of different designers, so she knows the importance of fitting in casting. So it really shows when you see the clothes like this. It's presented very well because it's fit to the model and the proportion. It's represented the way it should be. And this is something that I like about designers who have gone through the process of the proper training, because just casting a model, and this is sometimes like I see designers casting a model, whether it's a plus size model or it's the in model, like they don't fit the clothes to the model, and it just looks like a little bit of a hot mess to me. The fact that she's not doing this, proves that she has been properly trained, into doing fittings, and she understands this, and she has a team that can execute it. Because if you look at the clothes in itself, there's nothing, major about the silhouettes and cuts per se, right? But it's the design details that she's putting in. It's the fit. It's the proportions. That all makes it into a really elevated collection. Because if you look at all this, you see the fit. This is all like upcycle patchwork and how it's cut out in pattern pieces, and it's intricate like how it's laid up, and especially in those the previous patchwork. Again, I'm very curious as to how that is treated, that pattern, into, I think it's leather. Again, I want to see how much of this is upcycled in these two robes. And the printing process. I'm not sure if that's a digital print or not. Because the way the saturation of the color, to me it looks like it's a digital print. Again, the crescent moon, her signature print. These gold medallion prints, it reminds me of very much of when Gianni Versace was alive. He did all this, so it kind of reminds me of this print. Like the gold medallion. Other designers have done it, but it just reminds me of very much of the aesthetic of Versace when Gianni Versace was still alive. Again, like all the pieces, if you break it down individually, it's still very wearable. You don't have to wear completely like this the way it's styled. I do like this styling, the crescent moon with the gold jewelry accents, the accessories. And you can see that the clothes are fitted very well, because that's a jersey, right? So if it's not fitted right, there could be a great pull, so there could be a distortment of the print in itself. It's not fitted right. And the fact that, the print in itself, when you look at it on the model, it's not stretched. It looks exactly to scale. So really, like, the fit and all this in various body types. I love the fact that it's such a diverse cast of models. And it's still, at the end of the day, even though it's diverse, it's still a representation of a fashion brand, because it still has to look aesthetically like a fashion brand. So, yeah. This is a very good collection. I like this collection. So I want to see what stylists are going to do with this collection. If you want to see an in-depth review of the looks and how to style it, please join my Patreon for the full fashion review of this show and many more from the Spring 2023 runways. She's definitely one of a handful of fashion designers that I really admire, that really have honed in their craft and knows about design, its fitting and proportions. It's very well executed, and the way it's presented. And when she's using sustainability, it's not greenwashing, which I really like, because if you go to her website, you see the process. It's very admirable, how much transparency she's actually showing. And the fact that she's committed to, upcycling 50% in the production process, it's very, very admirable. Because there's a lot of things that you can and cannot do. I don't think any brand could be 100% sustainable, because just the fact that you're putting new product out there already is not sustainable, right? The fact that she's doing her best just to be really in the forefront of sustainability, I really like this about her. And then the pieces are so wearable if you break it down, and they kind of fit into different styles. I am very, very curious to see how stylists are pulling her looks in editorials, whether they're styling celebrities, red carpet, whatnot. I think there's a lot that could be done with her collection, and I hope that stylists out there would really use her styles in a very creative new way to present fashion in a new way, considering I do really like her as a designer, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be out there. I hope you liked this video. Give a thumbs up if you did. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions, and please subscribe and help me grow this channel. Thank you. Bye.